Like we are.
Yeah, I was writing down what I'm looking for this week, for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and all the sessions. And so, hold on. I have to pull up Google Drive as well because that's where I want to show a lot of screenshots that show the models, the weekly profile. Uh, okay, let me share my screen.
I'm gonna record my own screen on OBS just in case like the quality on the other one is not that good. So every time I speak to avoid what is it called? Um Echoing, I'm gonna have to mute myself or lower the volume, right?
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah. Ooh, so we go to the weekly profiles. I think this is important because ICT has so many videos that a lot of people just don't know about some of this stuff. And people don't need to know about this because according to ICT, like you teach, you don't have, you don't, we don't need to know everything. But me personally, I just have to know everything. Okay, so this is the one shot, one kill weekly profiles. So what I want to show is what he teaches, which is this right here. Um, so this is what he teaches. It's nothing. He just teach like kind of like surface level. But when people go into extreme detail, they'll see that these weekly profiles is a lot more than just these weekly profiles. So you got Seek and Destroy Bullish Friday. Uh, you got the consolidation midweek, and he kind of breaks that down. He goes into detail about these specific models right here, which I've seen these happen time and time again as well. So consolidation midweek rally, consolidation Thursday reversal. And this is what you'll see in like the regular videos that he has. And these do repeat, but it's like 3 or 4 that he didn't mention that repeat weekly as well. And I think that's why I think this is valuable. So this is Tuesday classic high of the week. So these are the stuff that he talks about in his own videos, which people can go watch because there's no reason to listen to me when he goes into detail about this. But so why should you listen to me? You should listen to me because he doesn't talk about this right here. These weekly profiles right here, these repeat week after week. So if people don't understand, like this right here, this is what I call like Wednesday high of the week. So basically, this repeats as well. Where I'll show like the chart as well, where you'll see the stuff on the chart. But Monday will start, and then Monday will surpass Tuesday, and then um, Wednesday will surpass Tuesday slightly, and then it'll go like this. This is ICT don't talk about this in his content. This repeats week after week as well as the profiles that he showed, but these also repeat as well. It's something that he don't talk about because I guess he kind of like, well, people need to figure this out for all the details for themselves. I'm just giving people the surface level. So, I mean, I went into extreme detail with all this stuff. So this is another one right here that he didn't show in the ones I just showed before, where Monday is like the low of the week, and then it surpasses Tuesday and Wednesday just like this, but then it consolidates, uh, on Thursday and Friday. So when I look at the weekly like what I do is I look at Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then like Wednesday evening, I try to like predict the one shot, one kill, which is what he talks about. I try to catch it from like Wednesday, like the afternoon session all the way to Friday. Because if you look at these profiles, I'll show the chart as well. I got a shitload of screenshots, with the actual chart. I'm just showing you this right now. But you can look at this on Wednesday around like 2 p.m. and you can predict the rest of the week according to these profiles. It can give you a prediction. Here's another one that he didn't talk about in his content. So you got Monday starting out, and then Tuesday goes higher than Monday, and then you have something like this, where Wednesday is lower than Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and it's like a Nike check. So these are what I discovered, because I thought it was exactly like he said. I thought it was just those profiles that he talked about. But then when you really get deep into this shit, you see that it's deeper than what he's talking about. And he's not trying to hold back. He's just like, I'm already giving people enough as it is, So I'm not saying what he talk about in his videos is not enough, but this also repeats as well. So this is Monday to Tuesday, and then you got Tuesday taking out Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And so it's like a Nike check. And here's another one where Monday is flowing down from Monday taking out, Tuesday taking out Monday's low, Wednesday taking out Tuesday's low. And then you'll see Friday have like a retracement. So it's like you got that one, and then
One question. You see how the profiles, like some of them were like only going to the upside. Have you also tested them if they're also, do they work on the downside? As you can see, like the last one you showed, it was on downside, then it pushed up on
yeah.
Friday. What about if it goes up the whole week and then on Friday will reverse? Is that also still liable?
Hold on quick. It's freezing up for some reason. It's not
Sure.
showing. Oh God, it just happened. May have to. Yeah, it froze up on me. Hold on.
Man, nice profile pic, man. That's clean.
Yeah, that's Q Banks and his crew. People that really studied the charts, figure shit out, and now they do whatever the fuck they want to do. Congratulations to them. So let me try to. But yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying. Like, sometimes you'll see it happen in reverse, but I think. Hold on. I'm trying to go back to it because it disappeared. Yeah, here's another one that I saw. But I mean, I was trying to come up with each and every one. So this is Tuesday, classic Tuesday, low of the week. So you'll see like Tuesday will take out Monday, Wednesday will take out Tuesday, and then Wednesday will be the low of the week. And then, so I had to come up with this, and it helped me predict a few of the weeks. It helped me predict it and make money off of this as well because like around Wednesday, like after the 130 King trade, a PM session trend, you can kind of see, like, you can just look at all of these and say, okay, well, like, what's going on here? And I'll talk about the weekly opening price, which is extremely important. So here's some of the models right here. So this is Tuesday, ICT Tuesday classic high of the week. So I think this is his model right here. Yeah, this is ICT. So I had to come in here and look at this on 1 minute. I think this is a 30-minute. Yes, a 30-minute chart. And see, the weekly opening price is everything. I don't hear people talking about that. I'm like, the weekly opening price is it's a game changer, because like what you'll notice is when I show these screenshots, what you'll notice is that if Monday and Tuesday, Wednesday, if it's holding the weekly opening price, if it's like if you see like right here, you don't see it happening. But when I'll show it in the next screenshot, because I probably got like 200 or 300 of them. So here's Monday. If Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday is holding the weekly opening price, you'll see the purge happening. So what the purge is if this price right here touched the weekly opening price, which is on Tuesday, and it took out Monday's high, you'll see Wednesday take out Monday's high. Like, it's a purging process happening. I don't know if you know about the let me see, hold on. Purge thing to happen. So I learned this from SG, trader SG. He has a purge strategy that he uses. So, and that's why I'm talking about the weekly opening price, because you'll see this happening. So hold on, let me see if this yeah, so basically what I'm saying is, if this is Monday right here, and this is the weekly opening price, and this is Tuesday, and it touched the weekly opening price, quote unquote, it has to touch it. And you'll see on Wednesday, it's going to take out Tuesday's low.
Hold up, I think your audio is cutting off. You sound like a little robot. Yeah, I can't hear you. It's kind of like cutting off in and out. I think it sounds better now. Try it out.
Yeah, I'm about to put in the headphones.
Cool.
Yeah, so is that better? Is that better?
Now I have like an echo coming through the headphones all across. Doesn't
I
stop.
don't know. Maybe it's because you're recording two screens at one time or something.
Yeah, I think we connected I think it's now making like a echo, like a, I don't know, it's kind of weird.
I don't know. Maybe because you're recording two screens at one time, right?
No, I don't think it's a screen recording. It's just like on your end, when you connected the cord, it has this weird, I don't know if you can hear it, but it's kind of like going back and forth.
Let me see something. Hold on. Maybe if I stop presenting and then try it again.
Yeah, no, I can't hear you because like the sound that is coming off the speaker, it's just overriding what you're saying. It's super hard to hear you. It's like a high pitch, like
Can you hear me now?
put in like a chord, it doesn't mixes like.
Can you hear what I'm saying now?
But the thing is, it's a constant noise that's coming off of the speakers after you connected the headphones.
Can you hear me now? I'll disconnect.
Yeah, I can't hear you. It's
Oh, you can't hear me? Okay.
oh, I can't hear you.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
No, man, no, it's tripping.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
That's strange.
It was super strange. So I was trying to record the audio that was coming throughout your speaker, like from your side, into OBS because it lets you do that. But it started making this weird like echo, like a, I don't know, constant buzzing sound.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I'll try it again and see.
You can try. I think I'm gonna cut my side. I'm not gonna be able to record your audio, so I can have it like clear, crispy. I'm gonna have to record it through a different one. But I have my voice recorded memo going, so just in case we don't catch any of the recording, I can just mute the video and I can overlay it. You know, so it will be fine.
All right. Well, let me try to do the screen again, and I'll keep that in mind, the audio part.
You're all good.
Yeah, so like I was saying, you definitely want to mark up the weekly opening price. ICT even talk about this, but I don't think
When you say price, what do you mean? Do you mean the Sunday open price like right now?
Yeah, this is a Sunday. You see my screen, right?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yes.
this is the weekly opening price right here for
So right now, like you would go on your chart, you would put in the price that came in at 3:30 right now, correct? Or like 6 p.m. over the New York time.
yeah, like for instance, this is my chart right here. This is a DXY. So this is a 1 hour. You have to do it on a 1 hour chart. Well, I mean, not the 1 hour chart, but hold on. Oh God, this fucking mouse, man. Really? Hold on, quick. They use a different mouse. Anyway, yeah. So like this right here is the this is the Voltron model I got, where Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday builds up and it shows me what to do on Friday, Thursday, and Friday. So I have the weekly opening price. This is the monthly opening price. This is another thing people don't do. The ICT talks about this shit is sick, man. You have to mark up the last 3 weeks of the weekly opening price and the last 3 months. Like for instance, right now, I don't know, do you know that we're in bearish divergence right now on ES? Like, let me show you. We're in bearish divergence right now. Did you know that?
And yeah, because the dollar's rising, but the ES is also rising. It made a new high, correct?
Yeah, but if you look at the majors, you'll see that we're in bearish divergence. Like for instance, Dow Jones Industrial. This is all relevant to what I'm talking about because we're talking about the weekly opening price. So if you look at the weekly opening price here, these are the last 3 weeks, and my pink right there is my monthly weekly opening price. So look at it's below. You see it's below here. And then if we go to ES, you know, it's that's how I know we're in bearish divergence. I need to be looking for sales in a big way. It's going to be a huge drop sometime soon because right now ES is above the weekly opening price. The monthly opening price. You see, this is my monthly, the pink. The Dow Jones Industrial is still below. And yeah, it's still below. And then, of course, I use the German 30 as well. So, because it moves similar to all of them. And so the German 30 is above. And then, of course, NAS 100 is above. So that's bearish divergence. But what I'm saying is the weekly opening price, it'll show you what's going on. Like, for instance, let me go to another one. You'll see I'll show you what I'm talking about with the purge. And so also with the weekly opening price, according to ICT, this is powerful too. He talks about like after Wednesday, I don't know if you know about this, but after Wednesday, price should not touch that weekly opening price. If it does, it's either going to consolidate or reverse. So I have a notification on my phone after, around 4 p.m. I'm like, well, what's the weekly opening price? So I'll go back and take a look at it because if price comes back to it, it's either going to consolidate or reverse. This is powerful because it's absolutely true. Price should not come back to that weekly opening price after Wednesday. Did you know that, according to his teachings?
No, I did not know that. I'm actually taking notes.
Yeah, dude, this shit right here, dude, go back and back test it. I dare you. Like, even last week, I'll show you. I'll prove it to you. Hold on quick. I mean, this shit right here. Okay, so look at this. This is the purge theory. This is SG. Like I said, his videos on YouTube, for some reason they took him down, but I got all that game. I watched all his videos like 15 times. And took major notes, screenshots, everything. So with SG's purge, because he studied everything like ICT as well, and the only thing that he came from it that can work for him was the purge, his purge theory. So look at this. This is the weekly opening price. And look at what's happening. Right now, Tuesday was inside of Monday. It's still hugging the weekly opening price, right? And then what happened? Boom. On Wednesday, it took out Tuesday and Wednesday, because it was hugging the weekly opening price. And then, so like when it's doing this, that's why we got to seek and destroy bullish Friday with this model right here. Like when it's hugging the weekly opening price, basically it's in consolidation, then it's going to pop out in one direction. So this is what I'm always looking for. Like even right here, this Monday was holding the weekly opening price. Tuesday took out Monday. And I'm looking like, okay, well, is it still holding the weekly opening price? And so another thing you got to look at, man, is the bodies. See, this is one thing people don't understand, don't really take a look at. Just because price didn't take out, you see, this is some powerful shit right here. Look at this. Just because, so look at this right here. Let me ask you this. Did Wednesday take out Tuesday or no? This is Tuesday. This is Wednesday. Did Wednesday take out Tuesday's low or no? It looked like it didn't, right?
No.
Yeah.
Very little.
Yeah, it looked like it didn't. But if you look at the bodies, on the bodies, it did. You see that right there?
Ah, I see it.
On the bodies, it did. See, this is what people don't see. It's not about the, you got to look at the bodies. I look at this shit all the time. You got to look at the bodies and the wicks. But the bodies, according to ICT, tell the real story. It did purge based on the bodies. That's why I put the orange right there. The orange right there is my purge. That's why I'm saying, like, you got to look at the wicks. You got to look at price taking the low. That's why he called relative equal lows when they have wicks. And we look at the wick equity, and we look at equity below the bodies of the candles, the red bodies. It purged right there based on the bodies, not the wicks. See that? That was a purge right there. So and I knew it was a purge because it was still hugging. Price was still hugging the weekly opening price on Wednesday, and so you see right here it's consolidating. And so that's kind of one thing that I think about. Like when I see, I'm like, well, where's the weekly opening price at? Because a lot of times, all right, quick. Oh God. Oh, yeah. So this is ICT right here, of course, but you know, during the afternoon session, you can kind of like look at these weekly profiles, and then you can go and actually predict like where you think price is going, just based off not just based off the patterns, but based off the structure, the market structure as well. So right here, remember I told you, like ICT said, he said, we don't want to, he said at the Wednesday New York session, we don't want to see price come back to the weekly opening price. If it does, it's either going to consolidate or reverse. So what happened? Like we think it's taking off, right? We're like, oh shit, it's above the weekly opening price, which is a good bullish sign. And we're like, okay, well shit, it's taking off, right? And then what happened? It started curving down, and you're like, okay, well, it's probably gonna go back up because we're probably still bullish. Then we got this breaker right here, got this bullish breaker, and then we see what happened. Boom, it killed that breaker, and now it touched the weekly open price. What happened?
It just fell off for that. And
like ICT said, it's either gonna consolidate or reverse. It was going down, and we thought it was going down. Now it's basically, this is a consolidation right here.
Yeah, I see it.
Because it's not either going down, it's not going up. It's basically in the middle. This shit is powerful, man. Like that's why at the Wednesday, I'm constantly like, okay, well, if it's above the weekly open price, I don't want to see it come back to it, because if it does, it's either going to consolidate or reverse. That's why ICT say he really don't. In some of his videos, like earlier, he different now, but like I said, I watched all the videos at least 15 times, all 500 and some videos. Before he was saying he really don't trade after Wednesday. He said people that's trading after Wednesday gambling, because Monday to Wednesday tell you everything. This was like when he was trading Forex heavy. So let me go to the next one. So I'm just explaining the weekly opening price and the power of it. Like this right here, this is a model that he doesn't talk about. That's why I put my creation, because this is a model that he didn't have in his videos that repeat every week, And so this is what like the upside down Nike check, but this is not in his model. That's why when people really go through this, they actually end up creating their own models that constantly repeat every week. And all this data right here is if like the last 50 weeks. Like I had to go back all the way back. All right, quick. Yeah, man. I mean, putting that weekly opening price on your chart, like, and then putting the monthly opening price on there as well, it'll tell you like a little more in detail what's going on. Like this is the monthly opening price right here. So, and then he says to mark up the last 3 months. So if I do that, I can go here and find out what the opening price was for. And usually I try to do it like on the 5-minute chart. I try to go down as low as possible to really, So I skipped over April. Yeah, so April 1st is where? Here somewhere. Or April 2nd. Yeah, so, and so because when you do the last 3 months, and like ICT teach like look at the last 3 days, the highs and the lows. Its price is fractal. So he says do the same thing for for the last 3 months, the weekly opening price, it gives you sentiment. It's a sentiment gauge. So I don't have it on here. I only have like the current month. So I need to have like all the months marked up. But
one question for the weekly opening price, how many of those you keep? Because I see you have 3 lines with a dark blue, and you
yeah,
have
I have the weekly opening price for all weeks. I haven't put it on here for all the rest of the weeks because this is a new chart. But as you can see, actually, we need to label this so we don't get confused. Like I would say, April, just so we can know like what's going on. So we can know that it's hella bullish right now, of course. But because the last 3 months is above, the weekly opening price is constantly above. But like I said, on Dow Jones Industrial, it's below the weekly open price right now. It's down here somewhere. So, there's bearish divergence coming. It's going to be a big drop coming soon. But yeah, these are the last 3 weeks, 3 months. And I keep the weekly opening prices on here just when I want to back test and like see what's going on. Because this is a sentiment gauge. I remember when he first said that this is in a free content, I just was like, damn, because I didn't know anything about that. And then I started back testing it. I was like, damn, this shit is real, and but yeah, man, that weekly opening price, like I said, if it's riding the weekly opening price, you got to look at the purge. So if this is, like I said, if this is Monday and this is Tuesday and Wednesday, like I was showing on the charts, like if it purged Tuesday, you better be looking for Wednesday to come down here, because sometimes it'll be an inside day. Like Thursday will be an inside day, but you best believe Friday gonna pop. It's probably gonna pop up. Because why is it gonna pop up? Because the last purge was down. The last purge was Wednesday. Then Thursday was an inside day. And then the only thing we got left is up. Because it's like, I don't know if you notice, it's like a tennis match. It's like ping pong. Like it'll take buy side, sell side, buy side, sell side. So it's not a panacea, but when I see the last liquidity was taken on the sell side and it got an inside day, I'm like, oh, it's probably game time for it to take out all these highs, because it's basically purging back and forth like tennis.
So what do you say? Let's say literally the same example you brought up. You watch for the last purge to happen. If it was a buy side purge, you'll be looking for sell sides either on Thursday or Friday, or same thing if you get a sell side purge, you will be looking for a buy side.
Look, this is a perfect example. Only if it's riding the weekly opening price. It has to be riding the weekly opening price. So look at this. This is Monday, right? And you have to look to see if price hit the weekly opening price or not. Yeah, it hit the weekly opening price right here. This is Monday. And then what happened on Tuesday? It got Monday's low. And then on Wednesday, this is a dead giveaway right here. When it hit like 2 lows, you already know it's about to pop up. So this is like CPI right here. I remember this move right here, and I actually got killed in it at the time because I didn't know any better. But so it's so Tuesday didn't hit the weekly opening price, so it looked like we may be bearish. But then it took Tuesday's low, and then this is Wednesday. But remember, he said if we don't want to see, this is powerful stuff, because he said after Wednesday we don't want to see it touch the weekly opening price. Then it came back up here and touched it after Wednesday. He said we don't want to see it touch it after like 2 p.m. Or after like the PM session, which ends at like I guess 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. And then it came back up here. And then it went back into the purge model because it hit the weekly opening price again. So now we either gonna reverse, like he said, or consolidate. So now you don't see it just shooting up or shooting down. It's just consolidating. So that's how I know, like, okay, well, it's probably gonna go back into the purge model. So I'm like, okay, well, sell side was taken last time. So what do we have next? So I already knew it was going to probably go up and take buy side because now we're back in the purge model because it's not going lower. Because when you see it not hit that weekly opening price, most likely it's probably going to go lower, but it's a fake out until Wednesday really going to tell you what's going on. Because I'm telling you right now, if it didn't hit this weekly opening price on Wednesday and it stayed down, you can just keep your sale going. You can keep your shorts going because it's just going to keep going down. Because that's just how it works. But if it comes back to the weekly opening price, then it's either going to reverse or consolidate. So now we're back in the purge model. So I'm like, okay, well, it's probably going to go for that the buy side because it took sell side twice. Monday it took it, and then Tuesday was taken. So now, and then so now it's in a purge model again where it took Wednesday's high. Now Friday took Thursday's low, because the last thing was taken was buy side. So now sell side is next. So if somebody understood this, they could have took the Asian range and rolled it up and then just, took that short down. This is like 9:30. Like when you really look at the charts, you only have to see the time. Like we already know this is probably 8:30 or 9:30. Most likely this is probably 8:30 right here. That huge move right there, and this is 9:30 pushing it back up most likely. But yeah, man. I mean, I got so many screenshots on here. Like this one right here. This is a snake right here. I call this like the snake, where basically all highs was taken. It was really no lows taken. I mean, except for this one right here. But this is a snake. You'll see this happen sometimes, where it's literally like a straight line. I have a few other screenshots where it's literally a straight line. So you got Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday. It didn't come back to the opening price, right? The weekly opening price. It just kept going. That's how if you was in this trading, you understood this, you probably would have kept your longs, because you see that on Wednesday, it never came back to the weekly opening price at all. It was far from it. You see that?
So like, you're saying if price never really comes back to the weekly opening price, you can expect the moves to continue to
right. It's not a panacea like ICT talk about, but we deal in probability. So it's probably like, I did the numbers, man. It's like 87%. Like if you see something like this where it's like high above, it's just gonna keep going. So you could have held your long. Like if you got in long right here and you saw it going down, you're like, oh shit, it's probably gonna go back to the weekly opening price. But right here, it's the mitigation block, a bullish mitigation block. So you're like, okay, well, you would have drew that out right here, and you would have wait to see what happened if it hit that mitigation block, right? That's an ICT mitigation block. And so you would have seen that it only tapped it. It literally tapped it. So, you already know the market treats the wicks like gaps. So if it just tapped it and took off, then it was hella bullish, and you could have held your long.
Okay, so hypothetically, let's say it's a Wednesday, right? AM session. It looks like we're consolidating for the first couple hours. On the PM session, it wants to rally, and we're completely off the weekly opening price, and there's no news. And if the market stays above the weekly price, you can expect Thursday and Friday to continue being a bullish state. Correct?
Correct. It's like 87%. I did the numbers. So.
How did you break down the numbers? Did you like back test it and like?
Yeah, back tested. This is the numbers. It's not based off of years. It's based off like the last 53 weeks.
Also, so what you do is like you go off 52 weeks and then you kind of get.
Yeah, like I literally broke down, because like I said, I need this to work with the situation I'm in. No plan B or anything like that. So in that situation, you look at the numbers differently. You study differently. So it's like, I just did it like how many times it worked and how many times it didn't work. Even it still worked like that other, 12%, 13%, that other 13% or whatever, it still was rising, but sometimes it would, like, for instance, it would still, like Thursday and Wednesday right here. Sometimes Thursday would take out Wednesday's low, fake people out, but then you'll see a big spike on Friday. So I wouldn't really count that. You see, even though it still rose, it still was rising, but the 87% is when the highs was only taken and the lows wasn't. Like right here, Thursday's low was taken. So the 87% is when you see it just constantly rising after Wednesday. Like this right here was a dead giveaway because it was so far off of the weekly opening price, and it took out this high. It created a dealer's range. And then right here was kind of a fake out, but this was just picking up long orders to go, picking up these long orders under here. But this is a dealer's range right here. So some people would have thought it was going to go lower, but we also had a bullish mitigation block right here, and it only tapped it. So people who didn't really know ICT, they would have sold, and then they would have felt stupid that it just kept rising. But we got a mitigation block right here that was only tapped. It didn't even dig into it. So that shows you that it's hella bullish, So, so yeah, let me keep going. I got a lot of them. I'm not going to show all of them, but I'm just showing you that the shit I'm talking about, you can take to the fucking bank, because I ain't just talking off my ass. I got fucking 300 plus screenshots. Like, this is life or death for me. So, I mean, here's a weekly opening price, and so it's a below the weekly opening price. It looked like it may be going lower. That's why a lot of people don't trade
like with ICT, even with SG, dude, listen, SG even did the math. SG said, he said, if you actually do the math, he was losing like crazy. And then guess what he did? He did the math, and then he saw that price reversed itself on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So he literally only started trading on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And then he left his job 2 months later. And then a year and a half, he was fucking struggling, want to blow his brains out. See what I'm saying? Because I mean, he was on this shit like I am. Like we needed to happen. So he noticed that on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. He only started trading like after Wednesday. Sometimes Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, but definitely Thursday and Friday, because they basically he said that they can't hide anything from you after Wednesday afternoon. Like they show you what direction they really want to take it in.
So do you do the same thing? Do you wait for Monday and Tuesday to play out? And get a feel for the market?
No, I don't, because based off of like I still can trade like Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday because I understand supply and demand. Like I know ICT don't believe in it. He talked a lot of shit about it, but man, that really has helped me see things a lot clearer. I don't, like I said, since I was meditating and everything, it just, and I follow this dude named Doyle Exchange on YouTube. I don't know if it's a black dude. He was working a damn warehouse job at Amazon, stressed out as hell. And then he discovered supply and demand, and now he living in Miami, almost a millionaire. So, I mean, he do supply and demand, but to me, I'm gonna be even more dangerous because I understand ICT a lot, and I understand I'm starting to really get supply and demand. So I still can trade Monday, Tuesday, and all that, but I put on like the heavier leverage. Even if you go back and watch the videos, the winning videos, I put on heavy leverage on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday because they show you the direction that it's going in. And so I try to catch that one shot, one kill, because like Tuesday afternoon, if you look at these weekly profiles, you can kind of predict. Like, for instance, this is a channel right here. I don't know if you believe in channels, but this shit actually works. So I understand channels heavily. So right here, I would have saw like, okay, well, actually, I'll do a review on channels if people want to see that too. But like the way I do channels is it's kind of powerful the way it works. So if we like for right here, like the way I do channels is I'll draw channels within channels. I think I got this from ICT with the not from him because he don't believe in channels, but the PD array matrix. I think I was asking you to do a video about that, or if you understood how it worked. Because I really don't understand like how that works, even though he talks about it a lot, but the 50% is what helped me win that trade and that screenshot I just showed, because you can draw up a channel within a channel. Hold on. Yeah, channel within a channel. And it kind of help you see like, I don't know what's going on. Oh, yeah. So you can draw a channel within a channel, and then it'll show you 50% of the 50%. Just like IC2 do with the PD array matrix. And so this is what I did on this screenshot right here to see where I was at, because I already know if price already hit the bottom of a channel, once it closes above the 50%, it's definitely going to hit the next channel, the top of this channel, which was predicted from the 2 points below this, on this chart. So, I mean, I just try to like pull out all the stops. Let me just show a few more, and then I'll go to the QP thing. Let's see, what is this? Yeah, this is Monday. I don't have the weekly opening price on here, though. Hold on. Some of these I forgot to put the weekly opening price. So like right here, again, this is Sunday. This is Monday. Tuesday, we like, oh shit, we about to take off. We got to ride this thing to the moon, baby. And then we see price come back down to the weekly opening price. And what ICC say? He said if it touched the weekly opening price, it's either gonna consolidate or reverse. It reversed and went down. So like SG says, he wait until Wednesday afternoon or Thursday morning in New York, and he ride it all the way down. He ride Thursday. He ride it from Thursday morning New York all the way to Thursday New York open, because you see if you do it like that, you can catch it, because this is like 9 a.m. I believe. Hold on. Yeah, this is probably like New York open right here. So he ride it from New York open on Thursday all the way down to the open, because it's going to probably push in the opposite direction possible.
One question. So you know how you said, okay, on Wednesday we reverse back to the weekly opening. It either is going to consolidate or reverse, right? When you say
Correct.
Reverse, you mean the reverse of the initial move or the reverse of the the drop. As you can see, we have we have the drop, or we have the rally from Monday to
Yeah.
Wednesday.
It's gonna reverse from what Monday and Tuesday was doing. So because like right here, Monday and Tuesday was up, and then when it came back down, we could see we don't know if it's either gonna consolidate or reverse, because sometimes it'll just ride that weekly opening price. But in this situation, it reversed. I just know if it touched that weekly opening price, I'm just like, I just look at stuff more closely, and I'm looking at leverage. I'm just looking at everything 10 times more heavier, because I know it's not easy anymore. Like, we got to figure it out now. So either going to consolidate or reverse. And so in this situation, it reversed. But the way SG does do it, like I said, he only trade on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Wednesday afternoon and Thursday and Friday, because this, whatever direction it's going in, that's the direction that it's going to stay in, 80% of the time, 90% of the time. So I just thought when ICT said that, man, I just thought that was a huge gem, that weekly opening price. It's a sentiment gauge. So here, Monday, Tuesday, then we got Wednesday. Price broke above it. So we can, right here, we can kind of like, we just got to wait and see. And then price broke above it. We're like, okay, shit, we going up. Nope. We still in a purge model. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, it all touched the weekly opening price. So I'm looking for basically a purge model. So right here, I would have been like, okay, well, it's either going to take the lows or the highs, since it's hugging this weekly opening price. So I would have been looking for, like, if I seen this green candle, I'm like, well, it's probably going to come up here and take out the Wednesday high. So I probably would have put a sell limit in for a reverse. Because if you see something like this, I mean, this is definitely going to reverse, but it's going to take out a high or a low first. So whichever one to take out first is going to go the opposite direction. So yeah. So this is Seek and Destroy Bullish Friday.
And like on that screenshot, after like the sell side got taken, I can see the ICT SIBI form.
The last screenshot right here.
Yeah. What was it? Yeah, that one. As you can see, like, we have market shift right after, and then we retrace back into the SIBI. Kind of have like a little void there. But
right here.
No. Like, look, where was it? No, yeah, right where your mouse is, right there. After, you see how we have a huge 2 wicks lower, and then we have the market retrace back into the SIBI, like right a little forward. Yeah, right there, a little forward, like 2 candles, the big red candles in front of it, right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, we have market shift. Like, when I say market shift, it's like these broke a previous low or went higher than the previous high. We literally retrace back after, and then you continue going lower.
Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, man. I mean, like, it's just like right here's again, just hugging the weekly opening price. So the whole point is just put the weekly opening price. If you see it hugging that thing, then you should be looking for purges. Like, and then the whole Wednesday thing, like right here, hit Wednesday, and then it basically consolidated. So I just think this is powerful. I got a thing on my phone that just automatically hits. And like I said, it's not a panacea, because if you see right here, it didn't hit the weekly opening price. That's why you got to understand structure as well. Like, this is a channel right here. So see, look at this. This is powerful, right? That's why people got to understand structure too. Like I said, it's not just the weekly opening price in these models that he talk about. Like, people got to understand structure too. Like right here, you see I got a channel on here, right? I already know that if price hits the top of a channel, it's going to drop. So while I wouldn't just expect it to keep going up just because it was above the weekly opening price. You see what I'm saying? You see, like, if people don't understand, if they don't understand structure, they'd be like, well, why did it reverse? I thought you said. No, you got to understand structure. Like, this is a channel, and this is I think this channel right here was going for like a week or two. So this is a strong ass channel. So I already know, just studying channels, when price hits the top of it, or if it gets above the 50%, because remember I said you can draw a channel within a channel. So this is a channel right here. But if I put this channel right here, see, look at this. If price gets above it, if it gets above the 50% of the 50%, it's going to drop usually. It's not a panacea, because if you see right here, it went up. So I understand that the channel is not a panacea, but the way I use them, I already can know that if it's above that 50%, it's going to drop. So yeah, man. I mean, if you understand the structure and everything and using that weekly opening price, and understand the structure, then it'll help us.
Yeah.
Also, this low was taken right here. So people shouldn't have thought it's just going to keep rising just because it was above the weekly opening price. These lows right here was maintained. That's why we got to, with us understanding structure, like these lows was never, see, I'm talking about the body lows. I don't know if people like really understand that. I don't look at the wicks really, like that's for people who are going to get fucked up out here. Like I look at the bodies, you know what I'm saying? Because the wicks going to fake you out. Like ICT say, the wicks do the bodies, the wicks do the damage, the bodies tell you the real story. So, I mean, right here, this would have been like an indication, because sometimes they'll take out a low before they actually reverse all the way. But so I marked, so the lows was really never taken except right here. So why would somebody keep it? Just going to keep thinking it's going up just because it's above the weekly opening price. So that's why, we got to use a combination of things. And because if I would have seen this, I'd be like, well, it's above the weekly opening price, but it just took out that low. So I'm not about to expect it to keep rising. No, it's probably going to reverse, even though it didn't touch the weekly opening price.
What do you say when that happens, right? We have a market. Well, I call it market shift. You call it breaks of lows, right? With the body candles. But then the upcoming days, which would you be looking for sales back into the weekly range, or what would your target be?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what he talks about as well. Like if it breaks, then the target would be the weekly opening price. Because if I would have had this day pull up, you would have saw it just kept going down. And you can go back and back test this. What day is this? 2/2/22. It just kept going back down to the weekly opening price. That'll be the target, because he was saying like it's like a magnet. We're just going to draw it back to it. Especially if it's far above it, and then we have a switch. That's why a lot of people like SG. He was saying he don't trade until after Wednesday, because he said they can't hide from you after Wednesday. Like they tell you how they really want to, which direction they really want to go in. Because they have to make their clients back money, the Wall Street traders. And so, man, I wish he had them videos up, dude, because you would have loved them, because like how you study and everything. Yeah, I mean, somebody took them down. I don't know why, but like even right here, here's another one. Monday, Tuesday, look like we're about to take off. But these lows were never taken. I mean, here's a low right here. This low was never taken on the bodies. It was slightly taken right there, then boom. So even though it's above the weekly opening price, why would people still think it's going up when that low was taken with power right there? So no, the target is the weekly opening price now.
Would you say, okay, you see right now that you mentioned the low, right, never getting taken. Would you say that's because the market is leaving liquidity behind in order to trick like retail, thinking the market's still going to go higher, and all the stops they placed, that's what they aim for? Like, how ICT is big on like liquidity grabs and X, Y, and Z. Would you say the market purposely did that in order to trick retail?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I would say. Yeah, I would say that's probably what they're doing. And like I said, that's kind of what I do, man. Like, hold on. Like those lows, even tomorrow, even tonight, I'll be up, of course. I don't know what happened to the chart, but I'll be up. Oh yeah. So yeah, those lows, man. Like if people to mark up those lows, I just do it on the 5-minute and the 15-minute. Like you'll see. I mean, I don't look at the wick low. I look at the body low, man. That's how I mark it up, because I didn't just really seen things a lot more clearly when that body low is marked out. Even right here, it did take out the low, but look how it took it out. It was weak. It's a weak candle, so of course it's going to push back up. So I need to see it take it out with some force, and yeah, man. So I mean, that's another thing I want to do on candlesticks too. But I'll probably have to do the QP thing next time, because we kind of running a little bit long. But this was pretty detailed, because that weekly opening price, man, people.
Yeah, no, I really appreciate you with that information. I'm gonna rewatch this video actually.
Yeah.
Back test all the weeklies, and I was gonna ask you, is this all the models or like the potential weekly scenarios that you have seen, or you think there's way more than that? Because like I was like, all right, cool.
I think all the ones that I pulled up is probably all the ones in there, because I found like two more. I thought I really found all of them. It might be one or two more, but I think the ones that I found is like right here, price is purge. This is a purge model right here, because it's hugging a weekly opening price. Monday, it took out Tuesday. Look at this. and then it's hugging the weekly opening price. Wednesday took out what? Monday and Tuesday. That's what I'm saying. It'd be going purging. Look at this. Wednesday was inside of Thursday, and then Thursday popped out Friday. That's how I'm saying. Like, this how this look at every single day. It did what? It hugged the weekly opening price. That's what I'm saying. This shit is serious, man. Because right here, this is a dead giveaway. Thursday was inside of Wednesday, and Wednesday took Tuesday and Monday. So it's game time. You already knew it's gonna pop up and take out. It had to take out. It had to either take out Thursday's high or, Wednesday's high. So this is seek and destroy bearish bullish Friday. Where basically Friday took out either all the highs or all the lows. And this is ICT, his model. With the weekly profiles. I mean, I got so many screenshots, man. It's just, really understanding that weekly opening price to give you sentiment, but it's not a panacea, because right here we got Monday, Tuesday. Look at this. Wednesday, it didn't come back to the weekly opening price. So usually you would stay short. But see, I understand that I have a channel on here. Look at this channel. Price is at the bottom of this channel. Then it popped again. So what? I'm like, well, it's probably not going to continue to go lower. It's probably want to go back up above the 50% of this channel. So that's why if you understand the structure, and these weekly profiles, then it'll make sense. Also, if you look at the highs right here, because right here I'm be thinking, okay, well, you need like SG Trader says, he said, I'm gonna let price prove itself to me. So okay, so right here, this is Wednesday. Look at the highs, the body highs, not fuck the wicks. Look at the body highs. Okay, so I'm gonna draw a line out here. You're gonna prove to me that you're gonna stay higher. Okay, now we made up a new high right here, body highs, not wick highs. Okay, I'm gonna draw a line out here to prove that you want to stay lower. Okay, I'm still staying short. It's still coming up here. It didn't take out this high, the body high. I'm still staying short. Okay, now I'm drawing up this high. Boom, you took it. I'm out. I'm done. We're not going short anymore. So that's one thing that ICT talk about, and one thing I think about is that's why we can't have greed. Because if you think about it, if you wait on price to prove itself, you kind of gave a lot of this money back. With price going on, you could have got out right here, but letting price prove itself to you, you would have gave a lot of that money back and got out when price took that high right there, letting you know that structure was changing, and then it went up. So that's one thing I think about, not to be like greedy, try to like really stay in the trade until price tells me to get out, because these highs was never taken into here. Mm-hmm. Not the highs, but the body highs, the green highs. So,
yeah, that is pretty powerful with only the body close, not the wicks, because the wicks I feel like they can easily be manipulated. You look at the comparison of the wick, like this is Thursday, day forward, like right in front, like where the new low, the red box,
where
move one day in front of you, right there. You see the big long wick, yeah, the big bearish.
Oh, right here.
Yeah, that is huge manipulation in my eyes. Like that's all BS. But like how ICT talks about the candles is really where the whole
man. Yeah, it's crazy, because if you go to different brokers, like ICT talk about, you say you can pull up 3 different brokers, and you'll see, like, you can pull up FXCM. I don't know how to. Yeah, you could pull up FXCM or whatever, and you'll see like all of them have different heights. I even pulled it up one time, and I was like, oh shit! But the closing prices was the same, but the wicks was different prices. On FXCM, ICE, and then like Saxo, which is another broker, like the wick, but the bodies, the closing prices was the same. So I was like, damn. That's why I just started taking everything ICT say like as basically gospel, because I back tested so much stuff that he said just to be like, okay, I'm not just believe this because a man say it, but I like back tested so many things he talk about, man. I'm just like, shit, whatever he say now is gospel, like, to me. I'm like, I will still back test it, but I'm not like gung ho to back test. I'm just like, okay, well, he said it, so it got to be true. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I feel you. That's crazy.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. I can send you like a file of these screenshots if you want them, or if you want to take a look at them one day, just let me know.
If yeah, that would be great. If you can like share me that drive. I was just gonna rewatch this video, but I think it was really useful. I'm gonna go back on my charts. I'm gonna actually do all because how I usually trade, it's more so like purges, but I don't have like the full detail like you have it. That you have a model for weekly like bias. I just kind of go by how like a little intuition. Okay, what I feel like it's gonna happen. But you're more systematic. You're like, okay, I've seen this happen 10 times before. I know what's gonna happen. And I like that approach more because
Yeah, man. Yeah, that SG, man. I wish I took a lot of screenshots from his videos, but that purge, man, that's what really like made him like really start making money and like leave his job and leave a life of drudgery, man. He was stressed out, and and he said his ICT to purge, like he's an external liquidity trader. He don't care about all the stuff on the inside, such as order blocks and all that. He look at ranges and purges. So I used to always think about that because I think about the people's stories who like, that's why I follow Doyle Exchange, because I look at people's stories who really, really, really were stressed out, who really, 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 really needed this shit to work. Not like they had somebody taking care of them. Like, there's some people who literally about to kill themselves because they need this to work. And so I look at stories like that, and then I look at the strategies they did, and I'm like, it had to be a reason why this person chose this strategy when they really, really, everybody needed to work, but you got some people that really, 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 really needed to work. So I look at those stories where it's like a 5 really, like really, really, really needed to work. And so with SG, the purge. So always in the back of my mind, like this purge, he keep talking about purges and purges, and now he didn't talk about the weekly opening price. I kind of saw that on my own. He just talked about like, I'll just show this and then we can end the video, man. But this is powerful right here. Just take a look at this. You can back test this as well. I was back testing this from what SG was saying. But this is what he said, do on your own time. I don't know how to erase this whiteboard. It'll be nice to figure out how to
give me a minute. I
erase it.
think.
Let me see. Okay, it should be like an eraser somewhere, but it should have been an eraser somewhere. But
yeah, I think highlight and then probably delete.
okay, let me just go back. Okay, let me do the undo button. So this is what, check this out. Check this out on your own charts, because I used to look at this. I'm using the back thing. All right, so this is what SG said. He said when Monday come around, he said draw a box around Monday. He said just go and back test it. He said, and then draw. He said when this happens, draw a line from the high and the low. This is how he came up at first, because he do something totally different. Now he said, then look at Tuesday. He said, you'll see Tuesday, it'll be like this. It'll probably be an inside day. And then he said, you see Tuesday is still inside of that box. He said, then keep that line on Monday out and see what happens on Wednesday. If Wednesday come out of the box, he said, it's guaranteed to come down here. Like, and so not guaranteed, there's no panaceas in the market, but this right here was powerful when he explained this, because he said mark up Monday. He said when Monday come around, draw that line out there from the high to the low on the wicks. So what I do is I actually do the wicks and the bodies. When I do it, I'll draw the wicks and then I do the bodies as a line chart like this, because I understand the body game is serious too. So you could do the wicks and the bodies or just the wicks, and then just see what happened this week with price. He said as soon as price could come up, he go ahead and take a sale. But sometimes you got to watch it, because sometimes price, it'll rise up twice before it actually drops. So if this was Tuesday, it'll rise up on Tuesday and then rise up on Wednesday a little higher and then drop. So it's not just like when it goes higher, but if you actually draw a line from Monday highs and low and Monday high and Monday low, and just draw that line all the way out to Friday, see what Tuesday gonna do. And once you see a purge, you can do it on demo or whatever, go short or go long, or you can just see what happened the next day. If it's an inside day and it took the highs, watch it take the lows. If it's an inside, if Wednesday is an inside day and Tuesday took Monday's high, watch it take that low. So, it's just that's what SG saw, man. That's what like freed him up. And I always think about that. Like,
I like that theory. What is it called? I was gonna ask you in regards to the wicks and bodies. You mentioned you annotate both of them, right? Which one do you put more emphasis on? The candle closes, correct?
Yeah, I put it on the candle close, because like I showed you on that when you go back and watch the video, you'll see that price purged. It purged on the bodies, but not the wicks. because you may think like, okay, well, why did price reverse so heavily and it didn't take out the wick low? Because it took out the body low.
So you still annotate the wicks, lows and highs, correct? With like a dashed line. What
Because I mean, if you study that body and wick game, dude, you'll see like if you study that body and wick game, you'll see what's going on. So like what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and mark up the wick right here. You see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and mark up the wick and see. I don't know, man. I don't know if people see the market like this. Is how I see it. Like the way I see it is that these candles they have their own relationship to each other. So the white candles and the red ones, which is the green and the red, they all have their own relationship. So what I mean is if I'm looking at price to come down and take out a low, I'm not looking for price to take out this low right here. This is what most people are doing. They like, okay, well, the low is this low right here, the green candle low. But that's not really the low. The low is this candle here. Well, this is what I mean. Sometimes you'll see price come down. I don't know if you notice this. I didn't study this stuff heavily, man, because I have to know how this works. It's no plan B for me. So sometimes price will come down here, right here, and then take off. And you're like, well, hold on, the low is here. So why did it take off? Because sometimes price will come down below the close low of the red candle or this candle here, or the wick low of the red candles. It won't even come below this low here and take off. Like I'm not saying this is a panacea, but what I'm saying is I noticed that these candles have their own relationship with each other. So what I'll do is I'll mark up the wick low. This is how I do it. I don't use this low right here when I'm trying to see if price breaking structure. And then I'll mark up this candle. I'll mark up the wick. The body low right here. And then I'll use this separation right here just to let me know that this is the close low. Cause you'll see, just back test it, you'll see. Like it's not always gonna come, it's not always gonna try to get this low right here. Sometimes the market will look at the low as the green candle low. And you'd be like, hold on, why did price take off? And you'll see price come down here and take out this low. They'll take out the close and then they'll take out this low and then take off. And you're like, hold on, but what about this low?
Because I was gonna ask you.
To me, what I see, this is the real low because it's the bearish low.
Okay.
Like I'm not saying this isn't low. I'll still look at this, but if you back test it, you'll see like price will do exactly like this, and then you'll be confused. Like, hold on, why did it take off when it didn't even take out this low? I thought this was the real low. So I look at the lows of the market as the red candle lows. Like I don't know. I'm not saying this isn't a low because obviously it took out this low right here and then it took off. But that's kind of how I look at it. Like it's not a panacea, but yeah, man. That's why I like watching videos from other people, like even Rico and the rest of them, just to see how they see stuff. Because even his video that he shot, the way he look at stuff is weird, but it makes sense, with that curve that I was back testing that curve that he does. And I'm like, oh, okay. He does some kind of curve where you could predict the low. And then he also does he used trend lines to predict, like trend lines actually work from wick to wick. It's retail, but you can predict where price will go using the trend lines. Like he was showing it in his video. I don't really use it that much, but I see like other millionaire traders like using it.
I used to see the trend line a lot. Like, but the thing is, after some time, because you know how if you get in a 4-hour time frame, once you start going down to like a 30-minute or an hourly time frame, it's just not the same. Like it gets skewed.
Yeah, it does.
So I'm like, I can't really trust it, But I guess we could use it for like higher time for analysis and be like, all right, cool. It's kind of like, I wouldn't bet a lot of money on it, but like,
I don't really use it that much, but I have seen it work in the past, but I'm just like, it's not something I want to use, but it does. When he was using it, I was looking at it like, okay, well, yeah, that can work, but I'm interested in that ICT powerful punch stuff,
I feel it. But I saw that your screen, you were also recording the whole meeting. Were you?
Nah.
No. Okay, cool.
Nah. Yeah, man. Once you record this and upload it to your page or whatever, then send me that link so I can add it to.
If you want, what we can do, because I like your page more. It looks like more like I can send you the video, and you can just grab and upload it to the YouTube channel. I don't mind that.
How you gonna send it through Google Drive?
I can figure. I can probably download it, upload.
Yeah,
it to
you
Google,
can.
send
Yeah,
it
you
in.
can send it to Google Drive and send me the link. It'll probably be better since it's probably gonna be like half a gig or something possible. I don't know.
For sure. Let me see. Let me stop the recording real quick. Stop recording. All right.